Shout out to him. This is the Pitch Whisperer Day, guys. Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
money.
Let's get to the
money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in your ass, screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty keg of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scared money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-Prop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies. Am I the only person who does that? That Gone with the 60-second shit, bro. Sometimes I'll be in such a bummed out mood. I'll be hearing that, and then it's just like how they start their song up, and they just all get in there. They're fucking, welcome to the Balking Dead, guys. I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets, where there is no sleep for the wicked. And it's Sunday, guys, and you know every Sunday we talk one game only. But before that, we throw in a couple others. But what I was getting to is we bring in the man with the pack. C-Man with the pack. How are you doing today, my guy?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here as always on a Sunday as I kind of sleep in. College football, like I talked about with you in the back, was all right, but I didn't have that many bets. UTEP could have got it done, was horrible in that second half. But baseball yesterday was really good, man. Killed it. Basically swept the board. So I'm ready to get to it today. Interesting, obviously, the matchup for Sunday Night Baseball, which we're going to get to in a minute. But, yeah, I'm always hyped to be here.
Man, shout out to yesterday. Yesterday, Sonny Gray kicked me square in the fucking balls. I don't make excuses because I bet my own plays, but when you walk 4 people and you hit a batter and you lose by the hook, that shit fucking hurts. But we on to today, and if you follow me on Twitter at Sharpie's Bets, we still ended up with a nice bankroll because we attacked Dallas Keuchel yesterday, guys. We cast every fucking hitting prop. We cast every which way, and C-Mac was on the over. So, hey, without even talking to him, we both made some money off them pesky Detroit Tigers. But shout out to the chat, guys. Smash the like if you fucking haven't. It's Sunday. That means we're here to talk Sunday Night Baseball. But before we do you got anything on these last few games that are about to crack off?
You know what? I don't want to touch the Yankees here with the A's. A's got it done yesterday. I just don't want to deal with this game. Not with Clark Schmidt on the mound and Adrian Martinez. Does that mean there'll be runs? I don't know. I don't want to deal with it. This next game is very interesting, though. Savale, Robbie Ray, both these pitchers have been phenomenal. Savale's really turned it around the last 4 to 5 starts, and so's Robbie Ray. Just flat dominant. Both these guys haven't given up more than 2 earned runs. I'm not going to mess with a total or a side, and this game could go under with these guys pitching so well. But I got to look at, Ramirez. He's over 1.5 plus 130. The guy just hits. He hit a homer yesterday. There's 2 guys, and the other guy's Rosario, and he's 5 for 7 off Ray. His over 1.5 bases is plus 125. So those are the 2 looks. If anybody's going to hit for Cleveland, it's those 2. And on the other side, I wouldn't mess with any Mariners except that guy who just got paid $200 million, $400 million maybe. Is Rodriguez, and his over 1.5, so like plus 105, plus 110. But that'd be the only guy I'd mess with.
Yeah, shout out to that. But I got no action in this game either, or in either of these afternoon games. But the only thing I can say is If you paid attention last time, guys, we talked about the Cleveland and K-props. This is where K-props go to die, especially where left-handed K-props go to die. So there's no way in hell I'd even look at running an over on Robbie Ray, strictly because Shane McClanahan didn't hit an over versus this team. Clayton Kershaw didn't hit an over versus this team. Blake Snell got ran versus this team. Do I need to keep going through the lefties that gotten butchered by this team, guys? At the end of the day, it's not going to be profitable chasing overs with this team with lefties, with K-props, guys. So no way in hell did I even break it down. I already know. We told you guys last time with Snell, and some of you guys went out and cashed on that shit and bet it, guys. At the end of the day, I hate betting unders. That shit just ain't for me. I'll do it sneakily if the line tells me to, but there's no way I'd put a full unit on it because I just don't trust myself. I would hate a guy to have a good game and me lose on it, because that's what I like to bet on it, guys, is guys having great games. Like, I'm not here to pick and win a guy's going to be bad. That shit used to be really bad for me, guys. Like, that doesn't work out. Now, it works out when I see guys like Jake Arrieta and Dallas Keuchel. Now, those will be the few times in baseball where I will look to fade somebody strictly. But if I just look at a pitcher's ERA or think he's bad, this and that, more often than not, he has a good fucking game when I bet against him, guys. And just that shit, it was brutal to my bankroll. Pinedas too many times, bro. Just, So I stopped fading pitchers, and it's great, guys. I look to back my pitchers, find reasonings not to bet them, and say pass. Robbie Ray's an easy pass for me, guys. Even though we've been making good money, I just can't bet him versus Cleveland. It just hasn't been profitable, and I'm not going to run into that wall.
Real quick. I just think if you bet the way they've hit lefties, Robbie Ray's been very good. But that's why they're saying he's been so good. We're thinking he's back to pitching at like an ace status, but you're getting unreal prices. So I think if you play both Rosario and Ramirez, both at plus 130 over 1.5, at least one of them's going to get that, and you at least have profit. So
I would actually, I like it. It's the same way I ran the Tigers. I would actually look at their team total over as well in that game. Like, they hit lefties, guys. At the end of the day, they crush them. And it is what it is. And when I run through Robbie Ray's last 6 games real quick for you guys, he went up versus a sorry-ass Washington team who's not hitting the ball versus lefties. He went up versus an Angels team who's not hitting the ball versus lefties. I'll give him some credit. He went out and pushed versus the Yankees. That's the only team that, besides the Houston Astros, who fucking own him, who's actually, he's actually been really solid other than the Houston Astros. And the Astros own him. So by the numbers, he should go out and fucking deal today, guys. But it's Cleveland, so have fun with that. I just can't fuck with Cleveland. Anything
Real
else?
quick. Yeah, just on Chip's thing. Hey, I think the Yankees probably win. The number's massive. Adrian Martinez, I see this guy in AAA all the time. I read the paper, the RJ, I get it delivered. He got tattooed in AAA. He consistently gave up 4 runs all the time. So I'm not saying don't tank the Yankees. They should be able to score. The other side's the big one with Schmidt here, Clark Schmidt. How he's going to pitch, today is the real big one coming up for the Yankees. So I don't know if the A's can hit him.
Yes. But am I catching an echo right now?
You're good now.
I hear something. I just hear like it's like a YouTube page or something that's on really low or something. That's what it sounds like.
All right, it's not. I got all my volume off, so my bad if I'm catching an echo, guys. But let's get to the monies. We're here to talk about one game, the main game, but we had to give you some info on those other games at the end of the day. We do like betting. So, you did bring up Adrian Martinez. Now you're going to I'm about to go off on a fucking stupid rampage too, guys. I looked him up way back then. Dude, I do bet pitching props, guys. That's where I make my money. And at the end of the day, guys, he's too inconsistent. He has a mid to back end rotation stuff. And, guys, no way am I betting that guy's over or even looking to – I just don't bet shitty pitchers. I know one man's trash is another man's treasure, and I know a lot of people like to go bet on guys that actually are terrible and they cash tickets. I'm sorry, guys, I bet K-props, which means you strike people out. If you're not in the top 50 or even like 70 of striking people out, sorry, boss, I'm just not looking at you. I'm not looking –
Real quick, with him too, the Yankees obviously you don't get great numbers with hitting props or even home run props, but the homers in AAA 3, 2, and 3 his last 3 starts.
He's getting popped, bro. I seen him versus Toronto too. He got popped and then settled down. But yeah, guys, there's no way I'd look to back Martinez in that spot. But Yeah, let's get into this Braves and Cardinals game. Let's get into this shit right here. We got first 5, St. Louis minus 130, Atlanta at even money, 4.5, way juice to the over, was at a minus 145 on my bookie. And then for a full game is St. Louis minus 140, Atlanta plus 117, juice to the over 8.5. We've got 87-degree weather with 10 miles per hour out with a 5% chance of rain, which means it's fucking humid. If there's any percent chance of rain, guys, in an 87, guys, that's fucking disgusting, bro. But we got Braves and Cardinals, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Jake Odorizzi going for the Braves, 5-5 with a 3.95 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP versus Adam Wainwright, 9-9 with a 3.11 ERA and a 1.17 WHIP. Cardinals have a 6-game lead on the Brewers, and Braves are 3 games back of the Mets with a stronghold on the top wild card spot right now. Braves are 79-49 and 37-25 on the road, while the Cardinals are 73-54 and 41-22 at home. This team loves playing at home. Wainwright loves playing at home, and their record says the same. They have a 66% win percentage while at home. That's fucking absurd. Let's get a little deeper into it. Last 10 games, Braves are 7-3, batting .269 as a team with a 3.26 ERA, collectively outscoring teams by a 27 runs. Jesus fucking Christ, are they humming? Well, the Cards are also 7-3 in their last 10, batting .304 as a team with an ERA of a 3.78 collectively, guys. Like, these are two teams playing really good fucking baseball at the end of the day over the last 10 days. And, yeah, what are we going to get right here? Well, they've been outscoring teams by 17 runs. We got Braves been outscoring teams by 27 runs. When we look at the bullpens, Braves bullpen over the last 30 days are 8th in the league with a 3.53. Cardinals over the last 30 days are 25th with a 4.66. Got to drop it back down to 15, though, guys. At the end of the day, this is a very streaky sport. And how are you doing now is Cardinals go from 25th down to a 15th with a 4.10 ERA. So they have gotten better. They ain't just bottom of the league, but they're about middle of the pack. Well, the Braves still stay top 10 with a 3.35 ERA, guys. So at the end of the day, we have better pitcher Adam Wainwright versus better bullpen in the Braves, guys. So what's going to fucking pan out? Two teams that are fucking crushing the ball. No run first inning is at a minus 125. And since Waino's had Yachty back, guys, at the end of the day, he's only allowed 2 earned runs in 1 game, guys. This guy needed Yadier Molina, and there was a time for a month and a half where he was up and down, and guess what? He ain't been that. The only team to crush him since Yachty's been back is the Yankees. And the fucking Braves have almost the same type of numbers as the fucking Yankees did, guys. So I have no side in total bets, guys. I was leaning Cards first 5 team total over, but it's fucking hard, guys. At the end of the day, like, I expect runs. Sunday Night Baseball plays to the under, and I'm back and forth on totals that I just have a prop in this game that I betted so far. So do you have anything side totals wise that you can add to this and help these people out?
No. And I was on the Braves first 5 the last 2 days, and they came through. They ended up losing in the 9th, 6-5, but I cashed them both. And dude, both these teams are just raking. You rip through the numbers, Sharpie. They're just both swinging hot bats. The way I like the Braves, they hit both of those lefties, whether it was Montgomery and Quintana. They both had good numbers, and they hit lefties well, kind of like the Cardinals do against lefties. The strange thing is they've been raking. Games have gone to the over. You talked about the humidity, the wind blowing out to left. Not a ton, but 8 to 10. But these two, they haven't hit these guys. You know, Braves don't have a jack off Wainwright. I think they have a few doubles. They're 12 for 68, not a massive sample size, and even a smaller sample size. The Cards 2 for 27 off Odorizzi, who's a guy who pitches to contact. You know he's going to give up hits. So if you think there's runs, like you just talked about, the Cards team total, the first 5 full games around 4.5. I mean, right around minus 115 to 125, depending on where you're looking at. I don't know, because we always talk about the Sunday Night Baseball. It's led to the under, and it's got us the last few weeks here, even taking some hitting props that look so good. I'm still pissed about last week. Those 2 hits by Mullins and Rutschman still in my head, and then nothing the rest of the day. So, and real quick, we'll get to the hitting props. I'll get into that when we get it next.
Yeah. But so yeah, Tom brought up last week, bro, and I was like, ugh. Mullins gets a fucking single,
Still,
and then
yeah,
the
bummer.
very next pitch, instead of my guy stealing a base, the fuck another single, and then they go into extra innings and don't see a fuck another hit, and we lose double up. Yeah, I had the deposit after last week, guys. I was definitely needing that game because I had a bad day betting K props. So yeah, I've withdrawn twice this week though, so we've gotten it back, bitches. Let's keep
Hell
it
yeah.
going. Definitely, guys. It's nice to withdraw, and we've been hot over here, guys. So let's get to it, and let's talk about the monies, guys, and hitting props. I'm gonna let you talk before I talk. I only bet one, and I'm loving this guy right now, like McDonald's.
You good?
I'm gonna let you hit the hitting props before I do, just because I run
Okay.
my mouth on the sides totals first.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get over the total bases. I have not looked at the home runs here today. I don't think there's a ton of value. I mean, you could go with Austin Riley, who's just been raking all year. But if I were a guy, I'd look to like two guys for the Cardinals. And I haven't bet this yet because I was just looking at the hour before we got on. Obviously Goldschmidt, MVP type year, his 1.5 or around there's over 120. Hey, to each their own, want to take it. I'm looking at a guy who's gotten hot. Corey Dickerson, he's over 1.5, plus 115, 120, something like that they could get to Odorizzi. Maybe Donovan, his over 1.5. So I have not bet these. So I'm not, I'm not going to give you bullshit. But those are the guys I want to look at plus money there. So other than that, I really don't have anyone else. Like Olsen, 125. You're not getting a lot of value here with these props, especially even when I go to their homer props.
Definitely hear you on that. Well, we're going to hit a quick commercial before I talk about my prop. Since it's my only bet, it's going to be my best bet, and I ain't going to fucking spoil the best bet. So, quick commercial, and you're going to fucking hear who I'm on. Yes, sir, guys. Checking out the chat. I see you guys. Let's fucking go. Nasty Nate, Jacksonville, Zoe, my motherfucking guy, Tom Miggins, Rocco fucking Rogers, and everybody else. I appreciate every one of you. 50 plus live on a fucking Sunday. You have so much better things to be doing, but I appreciate it, guys, at the end of the day. And K-prop wise, guys, I'm not going to be looking at any which way of one of these guys for a K-prop, guys. At the end of the day, Wainwright is not a guy who I look to bet on in a K-prop. Can he hit his K-props? Yes, I get that, guys. But I like to bet on guys who strike people out for a living. Now, this guy can go 7 innings with 3 strikeouts, and he also can go 5 innings with 9 strikeouts, guys. This guy can pitch to contact, and he also can dominate. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to guess when he's going to do that. There's not enough in his numbers for me to be even wanting to track him. So, what did I fucking bet? Matt fucking Olson, guys, over 1.5 bases at plus 105. They put his home run at a plus 225. And what can they do with that, guys? They can go suck a motherfucking dick. We ain't betting no home run plops and no plus 225. But I'll take the plus money on the over 1.5. Here in fucking wide, guys. At the end of the day, he's 12 for 39 over his last 8 games with 22 total bases. Nah, fuck that. Let's get a little deeper. 3 games. 8 hits, 6 earned runs with 15 total bases with 4 RBIs over his last fucking 3 games. This guy's fucking hot. Hits from the left-handed side. Hang a fucking curveball to this guy and he will punish you at the end of the day. Give me him over 1.5 bases. Please and fucking thank you. And yeah, that's the only bet I got in this game right now, guys. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna. I took Matt Olson over 1.5.
Okay.
Just been super hot, and I gotta stay with it. I gotta ride
real
him.
Quick. I want to look at the prices real fast. Obviously, Wainwright's on the mound, but two guys who are hot for the Braves, I got to get back over to it, have been just hitting lately, and they've hit basically in 5 straight. Harris and Contreras. These guys have just been hot. Multi-hit games. If you want value, look for those two. I might make a bet on these guys. I just don't know if I want to here, but look to those, especially to get some value at plus money with them.
I definitely. But at the end of the day, that's the only bet I got in this game is Matt Olson over 1.5 bases, guys. And I'm not here to sell you bullshit or tell you I'm on this or this is my play. Like, did we give you our bets? If we end up with nothing, like it's the most brutal, honest thing to do, guys, is tell you the truth. And sometimes you may not want to hear that. Sometimes you're like, I watched this show to get a fucking bet. Well, at the end of the day, I'm not here to sell you fucking wolf tickets or sell you a fucking package. I'm here to tell you what I bet and tell you what I think. So at the end of the day, we gave you our thoughts, our breakdowns, and do you got any bets yet? I don't believe so. Do you have anything going in this game?
No, I have nothing going in this game. Like I said, that's where I'd look to the value with those sticks. Harris, Contreras, they're both around 125 over the 1.5, or Dickerson on the other side. I am betting Ramirez though, that game that pops off. So I will be on those two.
There you go. At least you guys got a little nuggets. We got a little bets that he does got going that I'm going to have to get in on. It just makes too much sense, especially after I know what they do to those K-props. So love when people bring it up to me because I don't go looking for hitting props. I let them come to me, and it's been really good to me this year, guys. Like when I only look at 1-2 games a day and I find that one prop or 2 props I want to hit in it, it's been fucking great. Unless you find that one guy you just got to auto bet. But other than that, dude, I don't go looking for people unless it's Goldschmidt versus a lefty. I have to play that blindly. And right now, you gotta ride Arenado with it, and Pujols versus lefties. And with my theory of, if it's not a playoff type game, guys, these pitchers are going to give him meatballs to Pujols. We need to be riding fucking Pujols versus non-playoff teams. I think they're gonna try to help him get to that milestone, guys. At the end of the day, so we'll take advantage of it versus shitty teams. And they've been helping him, guys. It's just right now it's a playoff race with both of these teams. And he shouldn't be in the fucking lineup ever versus a righty at the end of the day, guys. So they're going to have him in the lineup strictly because he's chasing a fucking home run prop. But stay away from fucking Pujols in playoff type games is my opinion. Also, we're talking playoff type games. This is when you want to look at stolen bases, an Acuna maybe, guys. At the end of the day, he had off yesterday, should be ready to go today. This guy, if he gets on, will look to steal. It's a primetime game. He wants you to look at him. Look at him, guys. So I'll be looking at him for a little sprinkle on that stolen base. So any last words to these fucking fine young gentlemen? And I know no ladies show up with my potty mouth, except for the homie Trays. Britt, shout out to you. You fucking show up. You're a truther. Let's go.
No, thanks for showing up. Like I always say on a Sunday. I don't know how I have a little bit of echo. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But Nasty Nate, Jacksonville Tone, Rocco, Razor Sharp, AOD, Jake, everyone that showed up. Thanks for joining us.
And the man 22 Noli knows. If you didn't know, turn 22 Monopoly money into 4K real money.
Shout out to you, bro. I was sweating that shit with him, man. I knew he had that bet, and I was like,
hey, I
wow.
bet it with him. And I was on the phone with him up until about the 5th inning and then tried to call him in the 8th over another game and then realized the score of that game and just hung up because he wasn't answering. I was like, he ain't going to answer me. But my guy did it again, bro. You do what you do in real life. You did for a living. And let's just keep it rolling, my guy. Let's keep fucking these bookies in the eye holes. And at least you were able to get a $4,000 bet without giving up your social security card, my guy. Let's keep it fucking rolling. And until next time, guys, we appreciate you. Every fucking one of you. Smash the like already without me asking. You guys are the shit. Until next time, let's keep this shit dirty and keep cashing tickets, guys. We've got McClanahan on the rise, guys, versus the Marlins. Let's keep this shit going. Until next time.
Like, I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.